Good morning, children. In the last class, we completed the 17th problem, children. Up to in the last class, we completed the 15th, 16th, and 17th problem, children. Okay, today we'll be going with the 18th problem, children. 18th problem. 18th problem says that here two ice skaters initially at rest push off each other, children. Okay, 18th question. Two ice skaters, normally the persons who are skating on the ice, two ice skaters who both of them are at rest, children, push each other. If one skater whose mass is 60 kg has a velocity of 2 meter per second. Okay, here mass of the first skater, mass of the first skater. Okay, mass of the first skater is equals to 60 kg. Here velocity of the first skater, that is 2 meter per second. 2 meter per second. And here he is asking that what is the velocity of other skater whose mass is 40 kg. Mass of the second skater is equals to 40 kg. 40 kg. Here he is asking you what is the velocity of the second skater. Okay, children. Normally we know, children. Okay. Normally we know that the two persons are pushing each other in the opposite direction. According to the Newton's third law, if a force is acting upon any body in the opposite direction, the same force is acting upon the two bodies equally, children, but in the opposite direction. Okay, children. Here the net force acting on them is equal to the 0, children. Okay. Now see here, M1 U1 is equals to M2 U2, children. Why it is M1 U1 is equals to M2 U2? Why? Because see here, whatever the mass of the first body having a velocity 2 meters is equal to the mass of the second body and velocity of the second body, children. Why? Because according to the Newton's third law, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction, children. Okay. Here that is minus, minus, or we can say this opposite direction. Here what is M1? 60 into 2 is equals to 40 into U2. Here we want the U2 is equals to 60 into 2 by 40. 2 1 are 2 20s are. Okay, that is 3. So what is U2, children? 3 meter per second. Therefore, what is the velocity of the second body, children? It is 3 meter per second. It is the 3 meter per second. Okay, children? It is 3 meter per second. In the example it is given as 30 meters, children. It is not 30, it is 3 meter per second, children. Okay. The velocity of the skater in the opposite direction, it is 3 meter per second. Okay, children? It is 3 meter per second in the opposite direction, children. Okay? Right. This is the 18th problem, children. Make a note of it. That is, answer is 3 meters, not 30. Not 30 meter per second. It is 3 meter per second, children. Okay, right. Next. 19th problem, children. A passenger in moving train tosses a coin which falls behind him. Okay, a passenger in train tosses a coin which falls behind him. The coin is falling behind him. It means the motion of the train is accelerated. Is it accelerating? That is it moving? Is it uniform? Okay. Is it uniform? Is it retarded? Is in the circular motion. Normally, children, already we know that when we are traveling on a vehicle, we fall backwards. When we fall backwards, the vehicle starts suddenly. The vehicle starts suddenly. Therefore, here the person is tossing a coin, whereas the coin is falling backwards, children. Why the coin falls backward? When the train is moving forward. Okay, children? When the train moves forward, then the coin tosses backward. Therefore, here what is the answer, children? Is it accelerated? Is it uniform? Uniform means the same. Is it retarded? Is it in the circular motion? It is accelerated, children. It is accelerated. The train is moving forward. Acceleration. As it is accelerating, okay, the coin tosses backward. Therefore, what is the 19th answer, children? The 19th answer is A. The 19th answer is A, children. Okay, the 19th answer here he is asking. A passenger in train tosses a coin which falls behind him. It means the motion of the train is accelerated. It is accelerated, children. Okay, next 20th problem, children. 20th problem. See, a horse continues to apply a force in order to move a cart with a constant speed. Explain. Here he is asking that a horse continues to apply a force in order to move a cart with constant speed. Normally, we know that the horse pulls the carts. Horse normally bullock carts, like bullock carts you will be having of horse cart. Okay, normally the carts will be pulling. The carts are pulled by the horses, children, or somewhat by the bullocks also in some places. But most of the carts are pulled by the horses, children. Here, a horse continues to apply in order to move a cart with constant speed. Normally, when the cart is moving forward, it always applies the force. It always applies the force constantly. When it is moving forward, it always applies the force constantly, children. With same speed, it will applies the force, children. Then only the cart moves forward. Why to apply? Why? Because here, when the cart is pulled by the horse forward, okay, the cart is moving. That means it moves front, children. Okay, it moves front. Here, according to the Newton's third law, children. According to the Newton's third law, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction, children. For every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Okay, when the horse is pulled, it moves forward. The cart is pulled backwards, children. Okay, as a result, normally pulling backwards and forward, the cart will be moved forward, children. Okay, children. Therefore, here the horse continues to apply a force in order to move a cart with constant speed. Yes. Okay. Why? Because in order to move the cart in the forward direction, the horse applies the force in the forward direction, children. Continuously. If it is not applying of continuously, children, if the horse is not applying the force continuously, then the cart is not pulled by it forward, children. Okay, right. Okay, children. That's about the 20th question, children. 20th question, children. Okay, here we used in the 18th problem, we used the formula of law of conservation of mass, law of conservation of momentum. The law of conservation of momentum says that m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. But here, as it is not collided with each other, therefore we use the formula m1 u1 is equal to m2 u2, children. Okay, by using of that formula, we solve the problem of 18th problem, children. Okay, and in the same way, here in the 19th question, it is related to the 19th question is related to the inertia of rest or motion. It is inertia of rest. According to the inertia of rest, okay, the body opposes the force in order to in the to change its state from the rest to the motion, children. Okay, the resistance of a body to oppose its state from the rest to the motion is called as the inertia of the rest, children. Inertia of rest. Therefore, it is the 19th question is the inertia of rest, and here the 20th question is about the Newton's third law, children. Okay, children. Okay, therefore today we learned the 18th, 19th and 20th question, children. The remaining we will be learning in the next class, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.